Hello everybody and welcome to another speed build. If you've been here for a while, welcome back, and if you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. I upload new speed builds every week, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, definitely click the subscribe button and also make sure to turn all notifications on so that you don't miss out whenever I upload a new video. And also make sure to give this video a big like because that really helps me out a lot. So this time I have a little bit something special for you because I am building with the new stuff pack that we got a couple days ago, the Paranormal Stuff Pack. And let me tell you, this is like the most beautiful stuff pack we have ever gotten, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe I'm lying and there's other very, very beautiful stuff packs that we got, but this one is just... the furniture and the swatches are just so beautiful, but well, we will get into that later on. So, what I've noticed is that a lot of people have built like Victorian kind of inspired or style houses and even 70s inspired, which is great, and that works awesome with this pack, and I can see why they did that, and I think maybe it's even what was intended by EA to be kind of like Victorian type of style, the stuff, but to me the furniture and also the wallpaper and the colors that we have, it screamed like Middle Eastern, kind of Arabian, Moroccan vibes. So that's what I went with, and that's what I wanted to build. So I went with a Arabian kind of house, or you could call it a mansion probably. But I did only build on a 40 by 30 lot this time, so it's not that big. But it is big, obviously, and it's kind of, well, it's very, very big and extravagant looking, kind of like a palace, but it's a house to me, okay? So, and I did build this in a Arabian, Moroccan kind of style, and I'm not an expert. I have never been to any of those places. I have no idea what like builds really look like there, but I was just inspired by this kind of very, very detailed and colorful kind of style. And also I definitely wanted to go for some round kind of roofs, and obviously we don't really have that. We only have, I mean, we can have like round roofs, but not like really like a circle. So actually, the idea to use these fountains that I used and sized up, I have from Sadie Sims, and she built a, I think she built the Agrabah Palace from Aladdin, and yeah, she used these fountains, and they are just perfect because they're super round, and they have a couple different swatches, and yeah, I used those to kind of resemble these towers with circle roofs. And yeah, to me this kind of looks like very Middle Eastern, and I end up changing the color later on because in the end I decided it's all a little bit too white on the outside. And yeah, for the exterior I was going for something very, well, as I said, Arabian looking, but I also wanted to incorporate some round shapes, as I always want to, and that's, I don't know if that's a thing in Middle Eastern builds and architecture, I don't know, but I wanted to, so I used these windows from, I think they're from Jungle Adventure, maybe not, but I used those, and I put them in an angle with the tool mod, and then I just placed them in the way that they kind of resembled like a really round room, because we cannot do that, and I did not want a balcony because it would not be covered with windows on the outside, so I decided to do this with the tool mod, and it turned out pretty good, I think. And I wanted to cover this up with a roof, with a glass roof, and I did, but it was a struggle because every time when you place a roof, what I did was I placed a roof on top of a room and I deleted the room underneath, so the roof is just floating in the air, and then you can just place it anywhere. You just have to make sure that the height of the room is matching to the place you want to put the roof. So I did that, but every time that you place anything else, like a room or delete a wall or whatever, mess with the shell in any way, the roof will be deleted. So I always, that happened like 100 times, and I always had to make sure that I move the roof out of the way, so it's not like touching the shell in any way. So yeah, I did that a couple of times, and it was a little bit tedious, but I got there in the end. And yeah, what I also did was for the roof decoration, I used these roof decoration things from Jungle Adventure in the white swatch, and I placed them on top of the platforms that I used for the flat roofs. And I just sized them down with the tool mod to have the perfect size, basically. And I placed them to resemble these roof decorations. But they are roof decorations. But yeah, I used those because I looked up some reference and I noticed that that this is kind of a thing in Middle Eastern architecture. I think that the roof is flat, but is kind of covered with some decoration on the edges. So I tried to do that. All right, and we're already on the interior, and I am in the kitchen right now, and I used, for the wallpaper, I only used the new wallpaper that we got, and I used it in, I think, almost every swatch. And no, I'm lying. For the bathrooms, I used the Jungle Adventure tile wallpaper. But other than that, I only used the new one, and I used it in almost every swatch except for the black one and the white one, I think. And I am so in love with this. These swatches, the colors are so beautiful. I just love it. And all the furniture, I could go on and on about how much I love it. And we have so many swatches too, I think. We usually don't get that many swatches, or not very often. And yeah, it was just a breeze to decorate this and to work on the interior, which it's never like that for me. I really struggle with interior a lot. And this was so easy because everything just matches so well together. And well, yeah, everything's just beautiful. You don't have to do anything. The items just are beautiful as they are. So, yeah, I really enjoyed that. And the kitchen is one of my favorite rooms because I love this turquoise teal kind of swatch. And yeah, it's very open. The shape is a little bit like an L shape, but I still like it. And it was big enough, actually, and I incorporated this dining table, the round one that we also got with the Paranormal Stuff Pack, and 4 chairs, so it's perfectly suitable for a family. And I imagine here to live a family of 3, so 2 adults and 1 child. And yeah, that's it for the kitchen. And here we have, by the way, I used only these arches from might be Vampires or it's Base Game, could be both, I don't know, these white arches, and I just used them as windows because I wanted everything to be very open and very airy. So there are basically no windows but only these arches. And here we have the living room, and there I went for kind of a yellow and very light turquoise color scheme. And these curtains are just so beautiful. They are so lovely. I love them in every swatch. And yeah, I used the rug also from the new stuff pack, and all the couches and armchairs that we have, and these side tables, everything. And the lamp, it's just so kind of like a chandelier. It's just perfect. And this kind of screams Moroccan to me, in, I don't know, these kind of like metal and very detailed items. Yeah, I just love them. And this is the kids' room, which is very small, but yeah, it's perfectly fine. I think everything works. I play tested everything, and I went for pink here because I figured there would be a little girl, and I kind of went for everything pink. And yeah, I used the bed from Island Living. I might be wrong about that, but yeah, I went for that, and I went for this beautiful vanity that I always want to use, but I never can because, I don't know, it kind of never really fits the vibe of the build. But I love this, and I cluttered it up a lot and made her have a little desk too with a little laptop and the new chair in the pink swatch, which is just, it's gorgeous. Okay, so here we have the kind of spectator room. I don't know what you call this, kind of like to me it looks a little bit like the fortune teller room kind of thing. And these swatches, I just love them. The dark teal and then this burgundy kind of maroon color with the chairs and the armchair. It's just beautiful. And yeah, I decided to make this kind of like a room where they could do the spectator stuff that we can do with the new pack. And yeah, you will see later on that this is a haunted house. So yeah, there will be some haunted action if you want to play with this, which you can. It's downloadable. You can download it from the gallery. My ID is Missy Motion. And yeah, it is haunted, so there is some action. You will see that in the cinematic shots in the end. So yeah, but other than that, it's a fully functional house, just a normal house. And this is the office area, which is very open, and it's totally open. It's not closed off. There's all these arches surrounding the desk area, and yeah, I think it's very beautiful. And the beautiful maroon burgundy wallpaper swatch, I love it. Okay, and this is the bedroom, the master bedroom, the parents' bedroom, and yeah, we have this little seating area where I put some of these armchairs and also these little cushions to sit on. And yeah, there's a bed, of course, and I use this lovely like closet that I also can never use, and I think it's base game, and we have these beautiful swatches, like colorful swatches, and I can never use that, but I definitely wanted to use it in this build because I thought it's just perfect. And yeah, this is also very teal. And for the floor, I actually went for the white swatch of the new floor, the new tiles that we have. And yeah, and this is the ensuite bathroom. And I decided to open this up. You will see that in a bit, because it's kind of next to a tower, and I initially had that closed off. But I decided to get rid of the wall because I wanted it to be a little bit bigger. They only had a shower, and it was fairly small bathroom. We have another toilet, like a powder room downstairs next to the children's room. But yeah, I figured this is the only bigger bathroom, so there could as well be a shower and a bathtub. So you can see me here. I just deleted the wall and just opened it up, and I think the shape now is even a lot nicer. And yeah, obviously it's great if you have a bathtub and a shower. And also for the wallpaper, initially I used the white swatch of the new one, but then I changed that up to the one from Jungle Adventure with the colorful tiles, which made sense because I also used the shower from Jungle Adventure. And yeah, I just thought that's perfect, and it's also very like Middle Eastern to me. So yeah, this is the entryway, which is very bright yellow. And what I did here, actually, I used this this roof decoration again from Jungle Adventure in the white swatch, and I kind of put it at the midway from the it's a little tower actually, like right in front when you walk in, and you can look very high up to the glass ceiling. And I put this the roof decoration and put 3 lamps to kind of resemble, I made it look like they're hanging from this roof decoration. So I thought that was a nice touch. And now we're on to my favorite part of this build, which is the patio, or like the inner courtyard area, which I think a lot of Moroccan or Middle Eastern houses have this kind of thing. I think this is really a big thing in this kind of area, and I definitely wanted to have that. And I am so happy with how this turned out, because I had a very specific idea in mind, and I wanted there to be a very small pool, which is kind of, I think that's very usual for this area. And but I wanted it to have a round, or kind of like a somehow special shape, and I didn't want this to be just a square. So I used again the roof decoration from Jungle Adventure, and I just used the tool mod and rotated it to be in a 90-degree angle, so it was basically just lying on the floor. And then again I used the tool mod to select it and place it to the position that I wanted it to be in. So by doing that, I made the pool functional, because if I just would have placed it there in game, like in the build mode, the Sims probably wouldn't have been able to use the pool. So by doing this, I made it usable, and it's just perfect, because this usually never happens to me, but when I play tested it, basically everything worked, and I had no issues, and I didn't have to fix anything. So that was awesome. And also I used this fountain, also from Jungle Adventure, and put it right behind the arch that I used for decoration. And I covered this with some fences on the top to make just a nice detail. And also next to the arch, I put these polars that I found in the debug catalog, which I don't remember which pack they're from. But yeah, and then I just put a lot of lights there, and I used these beautiful tiles, which I also always want to use, but I never can because they never work. But here they did. And yeah, I used a lot of plants also from Jungle Adventure, these hanging like drooping plant situation. And yeah, and these lamps that we have, the new ones with the new pack, oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. And I mean, I look at them and it's just like, I feel like I'm in like Morocco or somewhere like that. So yeah, I used a lot of those, and I used the new side tables that we have and the wall decoration, which I love as well. And yeah, I just have a couple seating areas outside here with some of these tables, and with some of these beautiful tea like tablet situations, the decoration that we have. And yeah, a lot of these rugs. And also here I used these the wallpaper from Jungle Adventure just on one wall. So yeah, everything looks nice and cohesive and a little bit more colorful. Alright, so now we're on to the exterior. And yeah, for the exterior actually I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do for quite some time. But then I found these what is that? I don't know what to call this. It's like these greenery kind of place things. I don't know what they're called. They're like these well, they're something like a flower bed. So I use those. I think they're from base game. They are from the debug catalog. And they are just beautiful because we have them in a lot of different shapes, and they have these edges already set, and they are very round and have like beautiful curved shapes, and I actually love them, and I used to use them a lot. But yeah, I never think that we think of those, and I use them all around the build. So in the front I used them just next to the entryway, and in the middle I made a little path, and then next to the path I used those, and all surrounding the whole build I used them, and covered them up with a lot of plants. And with plants I mean just cacti, and basically I used every plant that kind of looked a little bit more dry, like agave or aloe vera or something like that. So plants that you would see like in a more dry environment, because this is Oasis Springs and I think it's kind of fitting to the theme of the build. And yeah, I covered everything in plants and just some small palm trees and stuff like that. So yeah, everything is very green in the end. And here I'm just working on this little patio area where I, yeah, the one that I covered with the glass roof and the round window situation. And yeah, I love this. This is like so much like screams like Middle Eastern to me. I don't know, maybe I'm just saying that and everybody's like, yeah, you have no idea, and I don't, but I tried. And yeah, I just love this area. We have a barbecue there as well, which is gorgeous too. And yeah, now I'm just adding some lights, and that's basically it for this build. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this build and you will enjoy some little bit spooky cinematic shots in the end. And as I said before, don't forget to subscribe if you're new and hit the like button. And I very much hope that I will see you in the next video. Bye!